everyone, welcome back to part 2 of cooking Japanese curry. Okay, so last time I just showed you the ingredients and how to prepare those ingredients, and now we're going to put this all together. I have sauteed the onions, the thinly sliced onions, for 30 minutes on low with butter. And this is what they kind of look like. They kind of get like this, okay? You don't want to burn them. Be careful not to burn them, and that's actually a whole onion in there, if you can see. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat back on. I've turned it off for a moment. I had to put in the laundry. But anyway, I'm going to turn the heat back on, and I'm going to now add some oil, okay? Just maybe a teaspoon is enough, or maybe 2 teaspoons, I think, is enough for that. And then I'm going to add the garlic, the chopped garlic and ginger, okay? In the pan over here, so I'm going to turn that over there where you can see that. Can you all see that? Okay, so I have my heat on low, okay? And I'm just going to put that in there, okay? And it's still warming up a little bit because I just had it off for a while. And I'm just going to mix that in a little bit while I wait for it to heat up. Okay, usually I do this all together, but I'm a multitasker. I'm busy doing many things all at once. Okay, so while that's waiting to heat up a little bit, okay, we want our meat on standby. And I'm going to strain my potatoes in a strainer with my chopped potatoes so that they're ready to go. Because as soon as this the aroma comes up, you want to saute this very quickly so it doesn't burn. And as soon as you can smell the garlic, it's ready to add the meat, okay? So, over here. And I actually did saute my onions for 30 minutes. I didn't cheat. Okay, so it doesn't take long before that's ready. Okay, I'm starting to smell that, so now I'm going to add the meat. Okay, and like I said, this is pork, and it's chopped into bite-sized pieces, okay? Forgive me if my English sounds weird sometimes. I've been out of the United States for 17 years, so, you know, bear with me. You will often catch me rephrasing things because, you know, after being here for so long, you forget how to speak somewhat. That's why, you know, I make it a point to communicate with other people every single day from my own country. I'm on Facebook, or I'm on YouTube, or I'm, you know, constantly corresponding through Skype or something. It's important to use your language. You wouldn't believe that it's easy to forget things in your own language if you don't use your own language. Okay, and, you know, I teach English at a school, but, you know, it's the elementary school kids, so the dialogue is pretty much, you know, predetermined. You don't, you know, say a lot of things that are spontaneous. And so, you know, and things are constantly changing with lingo. Like, when I came to Japan, for the longest time, my sister told me, oh, you know, I'll give you the number for my BlackBerry. And the only thing I knew is a BlackBerry is a black fruit that's, you know, good to eat and put in pies and, you know, good for ice cream syrup, I guess. So I didn't know what she was talking about, you know, and blogging. I had no idea what that was either for a while. So, you know, people would come from the flight crew. You know, the airport is 5 miles away, and sometimes we have international lessons, and people, like pilots and the flight crew come in, and they join us for our lessons. And a lot of times, you know, not so much anymore, but it used to be where people would come, And they'd start talking up a storm, you know, between the classes or, you know, after the classes, we'd all have lunch or whatever. And they would be talking about current events. And, you know, they would tell me, you know, so this is the way it is, like, right now, and this is what's going on, and we use this thing, and they're talking about this technology, and they use this scientific term. You know what I mean. They'd say that, you know what I mean. And I'd be like, yeah, sure. No, not really. You know, so that's what happens when you leave your culture behind for a while, you know, and when you're not paying attention. So you will hear me saying that a lot. You'll hear me rephrasing a lot, and you'll hear me saying you know a lot, because sometimes I forget how to phrase things. So please keep that in mind. Alright, show me some mercy, Ewing. A little bit, okay? But anyway, I am sauteing the meat, and I have it halfway sauteed. You don't need to saute it the whole way, okay? And then you just add the vegetables. I'm going to add the carrots first, and I'm just going to, you don't have to worry too much about sauteing this. And now, the potatoes. Okay, and I'm going to get a wash rag here real quick, so I can grab the handle here. I have cold hands most of the time, so it doesn't really bother me, but, you know, it's starting to get hot, so. Okay, and so you just want to kind of mix that in. Okay, like so. Alright, and so this stuff is going to get, it's going to simmer for a while, for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, depending on how hard the carrots and the potatoes are, how long it takes for them to soften up. So, you know, if it doesn't get totally sauteed, you just want to lightly saute this stuff, okay? And then I think, I haven't done this in a long time. What does it say? Oh yeah, I add water first and then I add this. Okay. So it depends, because I don't usually use this particular type of curry. I usually just use curry powder and I saute it. And this is more like, it's a little bit thicker. I don't know if you know the difference. Well, of course not, but, you know, it's a little bit different from the stuff I normally use. So I was just checking the directions on that. Normally, I'll saute this light powder. This is a little more heavy. It sticks together more. And then I'll add water. But today I'm going to just add the water. Okay, and I'm going to let it get to a boil. Okay, because I want to scrape off the excess, I don't know what, they call it aku, which is like foam that you get from the excess dirt from the meat and the vegetables, and you don't want that. It'll ruin the taste, so you skim that off the top. So I have no idea what that is in English, but you know, if you can remind me, please do that in the comments below. Alright, so I have my bowl of water, okay, and I'm going to add now. And I want to kind of make a lot of curry, so, you know. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little more. So I want to make udon, which is thick Japanese noodles. So curry noodle soup tomorrow. So I kind of want to add a lot, but I think this is good. Okay, so I'm just going to stir that a little bit, and I'm going to let that come to a soft boil, and then I'm going to take off the stuff on top before I add anything else. Alright, and while that's doing that, I'm going to pause this video and come back, okay? So, it's actually hot there. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.